Welcome to Tampa, Raymond James Stadium, and while it is indeed home to the 2021 Super Bowl champion Buccaneers, it is also the home field for the USF Bulls and the clash that we have in store today. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Florida International Panthers, taking on a fellow AAC opponent, the South Florida Bulls. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Bulls will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Panthers offense will take the first swing of the game. Here he comes, and obviously defense is always going to be aware of a quarterback, but boy, he finds a way to put defenses on their heels all the time, David.
I mean, what can't he do? He's got the weapons, he's got the confidence, he's got the experience. Jesse, these kind of guys are so hard to defend.
You're right. They better be able to find a way to get pressure on him, because if they don't, this is going to be a long day.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Good, solid, determined run there. They'll mark him down at the 27. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes. And you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Looking downfield, it's Pryor. Gonna take a shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off.
And that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery.
Yeah, and that is so frustrating because he did the right thing. He got the first down, got past the sticks, but didn't do the most important thing and take care of the football, and that goes right back now to the defense.
And a great job, David, by the defense not quitting on the play, right? Of course, they saw him getting the first down, but they were still pursuing. They still got hats to the ball. They were able to rip it away, and that is a huge game-changing, momentum-changing type play now.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It has been a season to forget, and honesty compels us to say changes are probably coming.
I'm not sure, but I think Reese Davis just fired a coach. Is that what I heard? I'm pretty sure that's what just happened. Listen, hasn't gone well. You've heard the outside noise continuing to get louder and louder, haven't met expectations, and this is the business we live in college sports, when you get paid a lot of money to do a job and you don't perform.
Listen, at the end of the day in college football, it's results-oriented. They have lost football games this year, and so all signs right now pointing to them potentially making that change before next season. If they're going to stay competitive and they're going to field the best team and program possible heading into next year, then it looks as though a change is inevitable.
He could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
He won't be able to return this one as it goes out of bounds. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Ball security always paramount. That football must be riveted to your ribcage, Jesse, and it wasn't last time.
And look, he knows that happens again. He's going to find himself on the sideline. So this is going to be a dude very motivated to make some plays on this drive.
Yeah, and I think it's frustrating, but you got to put it behind you. You got to move on. And this offense has to go through him anyways. You got to be able to run the football and have some balance.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, 1st down. Looking for a man, it's Cook. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
All kinds of room to the right. The 40. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Panthers. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. On first down, here comes this offense. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Makes the tackle at the 32, but they were backed up inside their 20, and they pick up 15. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Use the play fake, now to throw. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the back. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. And it's another 1st and 10 play. The RPO, fire complete to the left. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. This offense set up with a 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Everett. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. The Bulls have pushed it inside the 20. It's complete. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. New set of downs right on the doorstep for this offense. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bulls.
This running back was not going to be denied. Nice blocking up front to create a hole for this running back, and he was able to take advantage.
On to attempt the try. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They go 83 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. On the run from inside his own 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a...
Continues to fight for yards. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. They'll try the right side. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Running back searching for a hole. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. He looks that one in nicely. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get this guy lathered up and get him into a run.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
And the quarterback's in the pocket, and he decides to take off and scramble and just couldn't get to the first down marker. You could tell he wanted to pass the football. Maybe it wasn't there. Maybe he scrambled a little bit too soon. But usually when you take off, you better know you're going to get close to that first down marker and get it.
He'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. Tackle is made after the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. After the 9-yard pickup on first down, here's 2nd and 1. They get him down, but it's past the sticks, and it's a first down for FIU. Inside the 30 at the 29, it's a first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Fights through the pile and picks up a couple down to the 16. They have set the tone in this one already inside a minute to play in a wild first quarter. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Pulled down after a pickup of 3, balls at the 13. FIU pushing tempo. Looking for a man. It's Pryor. Now he's going to break the pocket. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Right back to him on the ground. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. They've changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. From the gun, wants to pass. Wide open downfield. Got a lot of running room. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Movement here from the tight end. He's looking to throw it. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. After the misfire, now on 2nd down. They go to the ground. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down. And the Bulls are moving quickly down the field. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. Able to pick up a couple before he's knocked down. They mark it at the 10. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The Bulls line it up with a 1st and goal. The corners are walked up tight. He'll pull it on the read. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? He's looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, South Florida.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Back to throw, it's Pryor. Gets away. They've got the screen set up. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. They move the tight end all over. Quarterback checking off. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Got some room to run. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls.
And it's now the second time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Dynamite matchup today, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Vanderbilt has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Nashville. They're up by 7 over Tennessee. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. They'll put the tight end in motion. To the air, it's Cook. They're bringing heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. He's right on target. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. A couple of yards shy of the 1st down marker, but they've decided this is 4-down territory. The offense still on the field. Quarterback keeps it. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try and put some points on the board.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
It's so easy to let your eyes lie to you, to see the ball kind of go the other way. What's my assignment? My assignment is to make sure I contain on the backside. Great job by the defense, not getting fooled, playing their assignment, making the play.
On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. It's complete. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Fast motion from the offense. Pocket starts to collapse. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
This is a good sign for this defense. The rate they were going, not touching the quarterback, him already having 2 touchdown passes in the 1st half, this was not going to be a fun football game to watch. Now they're turning the tide a little bit, getting a little bit of pressure, getting a sack.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. There's been a couple of missed opportunities for these offenses in the last couple of drives, Jesse.
And I think for this offense here, it'd be nice to hit an explosive play, be aggressive, and really pay off your defense's effort that last drive.
And instead of having to move the ball down the field consistently and then getting stopped on 4th downs, you're right. Create some of those explosives. Take those deep shots. Make those big plays.
It's on target and complete. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down. This offense tries to get rolling from its own 15 on 1st down. On the ground with the counter. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. To the air, it's Cook. Throwing right. Got him downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. FIU set up with another first down. Leaves it with the back. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down. He now has 80 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
And the Panthers want to pick up the tempo. After run, now throw. Quickly complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating the ball down the field. Looks as if he's going to run it. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Hester. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They've got it at the 41. Third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're setting up the screen. And they wrap him up, but not before he's got enough for the first down. And the Bulls come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll come out throwing on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Hall. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game.
He makes a grab, and he will score. Touchdown, USF. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Offense set on first down. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. And they knock him down, but he got past the line to gain.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
Trying to burn this defensive back. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. To the air, it's Cook. He'll take another shot here. And he makes the catch inside the 25. And the defense couldn't corral him, and he took it all the way. Touchdown, Florida International.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats, and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And the extra point cuts the lead to 7, 28-21. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. Let's see what he can do with the return. And the returner will be dragged down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. From the gun, running back on the move. Open space at the 25. He's off to the races. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown Bulls.
I love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
You get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Tampa. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. An offensive showcase, yes, but it's been those dynamic running backs who have set the pace. I'm curious to find out if this ground and pound approach is going to continue into the second half, or if one of those defenses will actually show some pride. And with that, let's send it back to the guys inside Raymond James Stadium.
FIU has it on a tee, about ready to go here in the third quarter. The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. And now the offense will come onto the field again. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. First down for this offense. Power football with the run. At the 20, he's got space. Slippery slide, find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers! You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
PAT unit on the field. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away.
35. Florida International, 28.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
After the incompletion, looking at second down. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
At the 40, there he goes. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27. The Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Wide receiver shows motion. Pulls it on the bootleg fake. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. That ball is intercepted at the goal line. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Found just enough running room. He picks up 4 to the 15.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. And right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk, dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back to pass, it's Pryor. They'll run the screen. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hey, man, sometimes you get the perfect play call at the perfect time. That time, the defense blitzing, offensive line allowed everybody to run upfield, and they slip in the running back screen, and behind it, there was nobody there to make a tackle, and this offense generates a massive play.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Leaves it with the running back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Just what they'd hoped for on 3rd down as they've got a 1st at the 32.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the 1st down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
What a snag by the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
A lot of quarterbacks have so much confidence that they can fit the ball in tight windows. How about the defensive player right here making an unbelievable interception, forcing the turnover, big play, big momentum swing.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive plays.
And And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He's looking deep and trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. Got it. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. The Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Setting up the screen. All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch. Make the run. Get the first down.
You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. FIU pushing tempo. They want to run this quarterback. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal. So close to cashing it in for this offense. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. 5 wide receivers on 2nd and goal. That's room for the quarterback to run and a lot of receive. Touchdown, Panthers. And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll try to tack one more on their score.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Grabbed behind the line. It's Hester. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the first down. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. Pulls it and fires to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. Line getting set on second down. They keep attacking through the air. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Got it in the middle. It's Hall. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Hall. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Third and long coming from the 27-yard line. You can make a field goal from here, just don't take a negative play. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to get to it. Pressure coming. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Strong safety blitzes can sometimes be hard to see coming from a quarterback standpoint because we're used to seeing the strong safeties insert themselves into the box, but you don't oftentimes see them blitz like that. That can be tricky to watch.
Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. First down here for the offense. Give to the running back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Motion from the offense. Looking to throw, it's Pryor. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Touchdown, South Florida. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Paul? Gets the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the fourth quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what?
He lets one fly deep. And this will be caught at the 30. Running wide open down the gut of the field. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, FIU.
Man, tight ends do so much for your offense. They block like crazy. You pull them, you use them all over the place. And when you got a guy that can do this, it's just the cherry on top of the sundae, making big plays, going half the field plus to get the big touchdown.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Nebraska is trailing right now, but it's only a couple of points. That quarterback just needs to show the poise of a young Tommy Frazier, and they are right back in this. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Iowa. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll go right back to him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the running game has been disastrous on the last couple of plays. They'll try to salvage the drive on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Hall. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Touchdown Bulls. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean,
and it's blocked. He picks it up. That's a live ball.
Man, I can't do that here, right? I got the football. I got the lead. The clock is my friend, and now I cough it up. Offense have to understand the situation, have to understand I got to get to the ground. I can make sure I don't fight for extra yards. I'll make sure I don't fumble, costly fumble.
Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
and I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how...
And he breaks into the open. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. It's Cook. It's complete. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line. FIU comes out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking the play. Looking to move it through the air. Going for the big play. He caught it. They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be 1st and goal.
Man, this guy has had an amazing year all season long. He has stepped up and made plays for his team when they needed it most. And with that last completion, he's now crossed 4,000 yards passing for the year.
And no signal from the officials, but not much push from the offensive line. And I don't think he reached the wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th.
International, 49, South Florida, 48.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Line gets set, 1st down. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9. Tried to pound it on 1st down, now back to the line. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. Caught over the middle. It's Hester. Brought down at the 21, but a really big play there to pick up 10. Ball spotted at the 21. It's 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he runs through 1 tackle and picks up a few. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. He's looking to throw. Pulls it in on the left. Nothing but green ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds. And a late opportunity to grab the lead here. A touchdown would... Touchdown USF! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Sweet grab in the end zone for the 2. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge.
Florida International.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Movement here from the tight end. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking deep. He's got it down the left side. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Florida International. And they made it to the house where they found that 6 points waiting on them. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different, bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. Bringing it out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the D. Here's the handoff. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. And the Bulls send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll...
Six.
36. The Florida International offense is back on the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
The offense getting set for a first down from the 45. Looking for room. It's Francis. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
From the shotgun, the inside give. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. FIU set up with another first down. Might as well give it to him again. Finds a crease at the 20. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
This offense has a second down play. They'll try the run. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gets it out quickly. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Well, I know everyone expected this guy to put up big numbers, but I don't know if anyone thought he could go for over 2,000 receiving yards on the year, but he did with that last catch. Wow.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. This offense right on the doorstep. They can grab the lead late as time continues to wind down. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense burns their 3rd and final timeout of the half. On 2nd and goal, they give it to him again. See if he's got a nose for the goal line. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. A touchdown here on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Panthers! They move on top here in the 4th.
What a great game, tied late in the ball game. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess up, but this offense doesn't worry about messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
He'll return it. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down...
And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. And they spike it and get the clock stopped. He's been under pressure all season, and they really haven't done much to turn down that heat. And it's just hard to imagine that this guy will be back leading this program next year.
Yeah, and you want to see him finish strong, and I think Coach needs to finish strong. All the negativity swirling around the program, obviously, you hear it. It's a part of it. The kids hear it, but finishing strong would kind of ease some of that. But Palmer, it's the body of work. Everything he did this season is going to be taken into account, and it's going to be tough, I think, for him to keep his job.
It's a combination of wins and losses this year, but it's also...
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And that is a backbreaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and it seemed like whoever was on offense had the last laugh.
It's amazing how much offense has just boomed in college football. So good. So many ways to hurt you. And you saw both of these offenses put on a show today, Jess.
Dave, we talked to both of these coaching staffs, and their defensive coordinators were losing sleep all week. They knew this was going to be a tough task ahead of them. So much speed, so much firepower on both of these offenses. And, man, we saw that here today.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.